Demon Slayer is overrated. Now, don't get me wrong, I love Demon Slayer, and when I say it, I mean it. Any shonen lover is bound to love Demon Slayer, but still, that doesn't change the fact that it is overrated. And why do I say that? You will understand when you compare the features of Demon Slayer with the humongous success that it has got. And I will break down the reasons for this success as we move further in the video. But first, like this video and subscribe down below because we are talking about anime here. Demon Slayer sold over 100 million copies last year, overtaking the untouchable mammoth One Piece by far. And what do I mean by far? Well, here's a comparison. Demon Slayer last year was at number 1 with over 100 million copies sold, and One Piece was at number 2 with a little over 10 million copies sold. Yes, the One Piece, which was untouchable for over 2 decades, was completely smacked down previous year. Alright, let's get some statistics here. Demon Slayer sold over 100 million copies. Let's keep it at 100 million exact for the ease of calculations. Even if we consider that 20 million copies of Demon Slayer were sold abroad, that means 80 million copies were sold in Japan. Now, what is the population of Japan? It's 150 million approximately. So if we do a percentage here, 53.33% of the people in Japan, or in other terms, more than 1 out of every 2 person in Japan owns a copy of Kimetsu no Yaiba manga just in the span of 1 year. And if we consider each household in Japan consists of only 2 persons, that means every household in Japan has a copy of Demon Slayer. How the fuck is that possible? Now, let's come to the Demon Slayer movie which showed the Mugen Train arc. It was premiered only in Japan last year October amid the pandemic, and yet it became the highest grossing movie of all time in Japan, overthrowing Miyazaki's Spirited Away. The movie earned a revenue of 10.75 billion yen or 102.48 million US dollars in a span of only 10 days. That was the fastest pace for ticket sales to reach 10 billion yen in all Japan as well. The previous record holder, Spirited Away, took 25 days to reach 10 billion yen. Also to mention, the Mugen Train movie of Demon Slayer is nowhere as cinematic as Spirited Away. It's practically a Sakuga-filled extension of the main series, and yet these are the results. So what is the reason behind this ridiculous amount of success? Is the story good? Yes. But is it the best? Hell no. Is the concept totally new? No. Is the protagonist something revolutionary? No. Are the action scenes the best of all time? No. Is the philosophy different or very unique? No. So what is it? Here are the possible 5 main reasons behind this success. Number 5, easy to understand. This is what gives Demon Slayer such a wide range of audience. A Japanese YouTuber by the name of The Japanese Man Yuta pulled on a survey as to why Demon Slayer is so popular with the people of Japan, and this point was the first to come onto their mouths. People of all ages can understand and follow the story. The story is compact, without needless deviations, which keeps everyone entertained and more people are drawn in. Number 4, Shintoism. Shintoism is the main religion in Japan, along with Buddhism, and the whole story of Demon Slayer is based on the elements of Shintoism. This makes it super relatable to the people of Japan and provides them a comfortable setting throughout the watch. Number 3, Zenitsu. While Tanjiro is a really good blend with the story, the one most essential character who draws in audience into Demon Slayer is Zenitsu. Demon Slayer would never have been the Demon Slayer we know without Zenitsu. For example, take Tanjiro out of the series, it doesn't matter. Now, take Zenitsu out of the story, you get it, right? Most people, for example me, knew Zenitsu even before watching Demon Slayer. Everything about Zenitsu, starting from his character design to his humor and badass sleeping scenes, just draw in more and more viewers in. Yeah, there are Zenitsu haters as well, but even they can deny that Zenitsu is a treasure chest for Demon Slayer. Number 2. Episode 19. For many of you, this might have been the main reason to start watching Demon Slayer in the first place. Ufotable was already doing a mind-whacking job with the animation of Demon Slayer, but the Hinogami portion of episode 19 really just broke everything away. It broke the internet overnight, and people from all sorts of places and all corners of the world came to know that Demon Slayer is an animation masterpiece. You know a series is good if Ninja starts talking about it, right? This brought the largest chunk of viewers towards Demon Slayer. And finally, number 1. Trend. In this world of internet, everything that gets on the trend gets ahead of everything, and Demon Slayer grabbed a hold of this. Watching Demon Slayer had become a trend in 2019 and 2020. Everyone was watching Demon Slayer because everyone around them was watching Demon Slayer. The Zenitsu moments and episode 19 took this trend to another level. Demon Slayer was able to get out of the anime community and establish it as itself as a series for all people of all communities. True trend. What do you think would have happened if One Piece or Naruto came out in this age of internet trends? Overall, whatever the reasons are, it was the incredible job of Studio Ufotable for taking the series and animating it so brilliantly, taking it to new heights that it would have never been able to achieve, because the manga, well, let's just say this one is a very rare case where the manga doesn't do justice to the anime. So that was the end of the video. I think that all was pretty accurate, but if you have any thoughts or arguments, put them down on the comments below. Also, don't forget to like, share and subscribe. Press the bell notification icons for further video notifications. Done.